Hi, real questions from real women. I went looking for answers and I left feeling dismissed. This week, I received an email that I know many women will be familiar with. For some reason, the conventional system thinks that birth control will fix a hormonal imbalance. It doesn't, it's just a cover up. So let's see what she wrote. Dear Dr. Purcell, I'm very disappointed with my recent gynecological visit. I am 30 years old and I want to make sure my fertility is good. I went to the doctor and she offered to put me on birth control. She didn't take my concern seriously. She didn't offer to do an ultrasound or test my blood work. She didn't even care about the blood work results that I brought to her office. There wasn't any suggestion for my menstrual irregularities, but instead focused on my weight and told me that I needed to lose 20 pounds. Needless to say, I won't be going back, and I fully intend to move forward with the plan that you have developed specifically for me. Thank you for all your help, your support, and I look forward to making more progress with you. When I read this email, the first thing I thought was, she didn't go asking for birth control. She was asking to collaborate. And there really is a difference. Now, birth control can have an absolutely appropriate place in women's health and in healthcare. And not every woman with an irregular cycle needs an ultrasound or an extensive list of labs. But when a 30-year-old woman tells me that her periods are irregular, she's concerned about her fertility, I get curious. Why are the cycles irregular? Is she ovulating? What is her menstrual history up until this point? Could there be a hormonal imbalance or an issue like PMOS? What's happening with her thyroid gland? And looking at some metabolic factors that may be contributing. And then, of course, there's all the lifestyle pieces: stress, nutrition, sleep, exercise, right? It all matters. Everything that's happened with your health up until this point matters. Can weight influence hormones? Yes. Ovulation, fertility, but simply telling a woman to lose 20 pounds isn't the same thing as helping her understand why her body may be struggling in the first place and what's contributing to it. And that's a very important distinction. So one of the principles of naturopathic medicine that really has guided me throughout my career is tolle causum. So identify and treat the underlying cause of a condition. So when a woman comes to me with irregular periods, it's just information, right? Your menstrual cycle will tell us a great deal about what's happening inside your body. And if something has changed or isn't functioning the way we would expect it, we seek to understand why. At least I do. And that doesn't mean ordering every single test that's available. It means listening, asking good questions, and then deciding what type of evaluation makes sense for that particular woman sitting in front of me. So I think sometimes women are made to feel that they're asking too much when they want a doctor to really sit down and figure out and help them understand what's happening. So you're not asking for too much, right? It makes common sense to ask that question. You're really asking for someone to listen, someone to take your concerns seriously, and help come up a plan so that you can get to where you want to go. So that's the kind of medicine that I believe in and that I know works, and I have seen work over the last 2 decades. There may be times when the answer is simple, and there may be times when we need to dig deeper and figure it out. And sometimes in the evaluation, something completely different comes back from what we initially expected. But we do have to be willing to ask, why is this happening in the first place? And dig and find that underlying cause. And to the woman who sent me this email, I'm really glad that you spoke up. Not because every doctor has to agree with every treatment decision or every test, but you know what you're looking for, okay? You're following your intuition. You're saying, this doesn't sound right to me, and I want to seek out something else. Because you weren't simply asking, how do I fix my unpredictable periods? You were asking, what is my body trying to tell me? And how can I help my body and my fertility into the future? And that is a very different question. And it's one worth answering because it's your health and your body and your life, and you're worth it.
Are you trying to get clarity with your symptoms? Just comment guide and I'll send my free Perimenopause Power Guide straight to you.